thing. Ladies and gentlemen, Aaron Livingston and Big Papa E are about to blow your mind to the fact in which you're going to have to refill it with all of their brilliant words. So please, give a huge welcome, mental graffiti style, with uh-ohs cascading throughout the place, for Aaron Livingston and Big Papa E.
All you people that just came in, do you want to play Come All the Way In? I think you should.
Don't be afraid of the crew.
There's like, I don't know, animal print shit over here. And like eligible bachelors and shit. I don't know. That's how we roll here at the Funky Buddha. Anyway, so, yeah, all that social justice, whatever. I'm gonna lead us all in a cheer because I think we need to wake up a little bit. It's been a little quiet in here.
Yeah!
Yeah! Thank you. So, we'll see how this goes. Are you ready?
Yeah!
Okay, here we go. Give me an M!
M!
That was weak. Give me an M!
M!
Give me a Y!
Y!
Give me a C!
C!
Give me a U!
U!
Give me an N!
N!
Give me a T!
T!
What's that spell?
I don't know!
Fucking asshole! What's that spell?
My cunt!
There are far too many tired metaphors about my vagina. I've got to be more humble. Awesome.
My cunt!
In Vermilion, okay, I did this poem in Vermilion, South Dakota, and I got the same response. Only the room was like full of about 60 people. They didn't even try. They were just like, oh my god, she said that word. Anyway, I was not expecting this in Chicago. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. So that would be a little more comfortable with the like harsh words. Anyway.
We're fucked up. Sorry.
Okay. You are basking in the glow of your creators every day, right now even, and you don't even have the decency to lower your gaze, or soften your voice, or model yourself in her image for a change. My cunt is a lady of the world, able to ask for directions in 5 different languages, able to give directions in 6, but no one ever inquires. They just congratulate themselves upon finding Atlantis. So I go on ahead and let them think they found Atlantis damn near every time. It's just easier that way. And when they promise fireworks, it never amounts to more than the signaling of the daily closing of my amusement park. Ooh, ah, baby. It's the same show every night. But when you say you want to worship at my temple, now we're getting somewhere. Though a deity so powerful as a goddess has no use for just any kind of worship, you need to prove your devotion. You need to build me a motherfucking temple before you can worship me in it, you follow? And this will not be just any temple. This will be a temple of Mayan proportions, built with 3,000-pound bricks that grind grooves into your sunburnt spine as you're fighting off swarm after swarm of malaria-infested mosquitoes. And when you are finally finished, I want sacrifices. I want major, irresponsible, warmongering, government-scale sacrifices. My cut is a place of blood, guts, alpha and omega of life. I expect you to respect and honor it as such. As far as powerful as my cunt may be, it is indeed cradled in a velvet glove. And for every place where my velveteen has been loved off and your favorite spots are crushed in a mouth so clumsy it finds no word better than pussy, to describe the sacred knowledge and treasures embedded in these bodies that brought you into this world. I promise, there are infinitely more left undiscovered that you will never know. So, my special power is taking awkward situations and making them even more awkward. So without further ado, we're gonna bring up Big Papa E to do a few poems for you.
How's Aaron Livingston? You for Aaron Livingston. Oh, hi. Hello? Okay, cool. Hi. Hi, everybody. Hey, I know you. Where do I know you from?
She was on the Greenmill team, motherfucker.
What's your name?
Snap, Tristan.
Yeah, that's right. I remember you.
Yeah,
Hey, how you guys doing? Hey, check it out. So, we were both working in cubicles and decided that our lives were absolutely useless. So we both quit our jobs, sold everything we owned. I donated my car to the National Public Radio station in my town. She sold hers to some lady on Craigslist. We packed what little we had left into bags and carry-ons, and we've been on tour for 2 months so far, and we have 2 more months to go. We don't live anywhere, so right now, we live in the Funky Buddha, so that's pretty cool. Yeah, you see how that works?
Oh,
You have to overstand that shit. So, I stole it from Morris Stegosaurus, so fancy that it's weak. Okay, this is something that's very important to me, so here it is. There are few things in this life that is strictly black and white. Most issues float somewhere in the middle of a vast sea of gray, open to a myriad conflicting interpretations. But I am here to tell you that there are such things as absolute truths, undeniable facts that rise from that wishy-washy sea of opinions and stand resolutely like Venus in a clamshell for all to see. I am talking about incontrovertible principles that are impossible to deny, of which I will now list 5. 1, the sun will rise and the sun will set. 2, all who are born will one day die. 3, Van Halen with David Lee Roth was infinitely superior to Van Hagar. 4, I'm telling you. 4, crunchy peanut butter is not only irrefutable proof of God's existence, but it also shows she loves us very much. And people who like smooth peanut butter hate the baby Jesus. And number 5, which is the reason I am here right now, and I am speaking of that one remaining sterling truth no reasonable person can deny. Pluto is a freaking planet! So what? A bunch of self-important professors got bored one day and decided to get back at all the cruel people who wouldn't date them in high school by knocking Pluto's standing in the universe down to dwarf planet and renaming it 134340. And why? Because Pluto isn't like all the other planets. Pluto's smaller than most moons. Pluto's got a bit of a strange orbit. Wah fucking wah. But really, who in this room has never been considered an oddball? An outcast, special. Let him that hath never been considered a dweeb cast the first meteoroid. Pluto is like the chubby goth girl lurking at the edge of the solar system and staring longingly at the cosmic dance floor filled with all the popular planets. Ooh, look at me, I'm Saturn, look at my freaking rings. Ooh, look at me, I'm Jupiter, I'm so deep, look at my third eye. All these planetary John Lennons and Paul McCartneys vying for celestial attention while poor Ringo gets pushed to the back of the Universal stage. And let me tell you, without Ringo, the Beatles would have amounted to nothing. Ringo put the beat into the Beatles, and without him, they would have just been the Beatles. Without chubby goth girls, gay high school boys would have never had bosoms to cry upon. I never would have had bosoms to cry upon. Pluto is the symbol for every kid who's never fit in. We need Pluto as proof that no matter how small you are, how separated from mainstream society, how abnormal, how weird you are, you too can be someone worth looking up to. You too can be a planet. I don't care what they say. I don't give a damn about any so-called science. Forget science. This is about belief. And I believe that Pluto was a planet long before these bitter eggheads were mewling and puking on their mother's knees. And when they're all dead and buried along with their hoity-toity ideas and the universe has forgotten their blink of existence, Pluto will still be out there, watching over this tiny, blue, gay planet from afar, like the chubby goth girl best friend it always was. Call Pluto what you will, but remember this. A rose by any other name is still a freaking planet. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Get up for Erin Livingston.
Livingston!
Huh? Hi. Hello?
It's over her.
What's up? Whatever, so we're recording everything and it's kind of fun and sometimes kind of annoying. Anyway. I don't know what I'm doing. So this is a poem about we've all been in those situations where people just come up and they're like, hey, do you have $1? Do you have a nickel? Do you have a something, a joint, a cigarette, a light? I don't know what. Everybody's always you're stopped on the street, asked for crap. And this is the first time. This is a story about the first time I was approached like that when I was alone, like as a kid, and how I reacted to that. So. Woo! Yeah. Woo! Yay. He asked if I can spare $1. My fingers form a fist around President Lincoln's face in the front pocket of my skin-tight plaid pants. No, man, I say, turning toward him, I don't have any money. But when our eyes meet, I see his skin sag, unsatisfied by my canned response and obvious irony of just having left a school night concert. He stands statuesque, chiseled out of solid sidewalk, draped in drop cloths of unripped jeans, a single flannel shirt his only barrier against the chill of late October, rolling in with morning fog up the Ohio River Valley. His smooth-shaven cheeks and blonde hair curled round his ears set off his sneers sharp as a slap in my face for lying. He looked me up and down like a father would an ungrateful child, his pride smoldering in the sludge-rusted gutter grate, and I realized too late he is not just another drunk, and I want to talk to him. Ask him questions like, what the hell happened? You are asking some teenager for money. Where is your job? Where is your family? But instead, all I do is just stare at the concrete, wishing he would stop staring at me. His eyes broiling my insecurities to crisp shards of guilt until headlights from my ride home crested over the hill. Premature relief exhales at the arrival of my easy exit when the stranger breaks the silence and spits the same polite posturing that flowed so easily from me when I refused to engage his request for spare change. You go on home, he says. Drive off in your nice car. You sleep in your nice warm bed. You have a nice night. Framed in headlights, frozen as my asphalt tongue, I want to tell him I'm sorry. I want to know how to fix it. I want to talk to him until he's had a chance to explain it all. But I've got a curfew. And a parent waiting in the car who wouldn't believe me if I told him. There is far less danger in talking to strangers than there is in ignoring them. So this next one I want to do is a story about the first time I left the Midwest, and I packed everything into my car, and whatever didn't fit stayed behind, and I just like drove through the night, and I took the first job I could find because I didn't have any money, and I promised my parents, Kevin, don't tell mom and dad, I'll never live down, but I was like, yeah, I got a great job, got health insurance, no problem. And so I ended up working at this highway diner, and a story about that. And by the way, if you like anything you hear tonight, we have chat books and things for sale, blah, blah, blah. Whole spiel. Come see us. Yada, yada. Woo! The pimps provide a free fix, then bring their tricks to the kettle breakfast buffet to talk business. In the single occupancy bathroom, evidence of the woman's weaknesses mix among our collective menstrual trash. There's tissue wads that clot a cocaine-laced nosebleed, or a neon orange syringe cap wrapped in a single square stained by single red dots. I see her almost every day around 12:30, knowing it's been over a year since she could use the night and her mattress for sleeping. Her strawberry blonde, tit-length curls and sour freckled face are fast approaching their expiration date. She even works the Motel 6 parking lot while she waits for her number 5 extra cheese, no pickles to go. Despite her addictions and working conditions, she still manages to tip me $1 and some change, which is more than that man in the business suit left, and I can't help but wonder if she's breaking the 20 he flipped on the dresser while on his way out her door and into mine. On one occasion, my boss asked me to tell this wrinkle-faced, white-haired whisper of a woman wearing even less clothing to settle up on her coffee in the corner booth and leave. I ask him what for. He states the obvious. So I offer up in her defense, or is it in mine, that we all need to make a living. To me, she is just an old woman sitting, sipping bottomless coffee for $1.29. She isn't hurting a thing, watching the mid-morning sunshine light shows glint off semi-cabs and pickup trucks as they barrel along the highway at an anonymous hum. I tell my boss I refuse to be the one to shatter her cracked window pane gaze and take away such precious moments of freedom. Because when my morning shift is done, I rush home and strip. White polo, apron, black belt, pants, underwear on down to skin soaked in the stink of maple syrup, sour milk, and Clorox. Some days I'm straight to the shower and drown it all off. Other days, I'm splayed out naked on the bedspread, counting dollars like some prostitute, rich off her renown and loyal set of regular customers. Then I stuff it all in an envelope marked rent and stuff it back under the mattress, wondering if the hooker has an envelope marked for groceries, or one for poetry, or one for student loans, like me. I wonder if her circumstance is temporary or experimental, or if the first time she traded her body for cash, she was working as a waitress in the South Austin Kettle.
Keep your blood going, we're gonna bring up Big Papa E. Don't get too rowdy.
Large Father E.
Gigantic.
Beard.
It's a Shirley Temple, but I don't drink, so there you go.
Yeah.
Whatever. I do heroin though, so if you guys got any, appreciate it. That's my dad's favorite phrase. Alright, so hi, check it out. It's good to be here. Isn't this a fucking cool place? Like, we didn't know this was where it was, and we were kind of like, I wonder where it is, because the sign isn't really, like, obvious, but there was this big old Buddha, and I'm like, look, there's a big old Buddha, and he's kind of funky looking, so that's how we knew we were here. Okay, this one goes out to my peeps. Fuck you, I have peeps. They're just not here right now. When I was in high school, the popular kids didn't listen to music simply because they liked it. No, the popular kids listened to music to enhance their popularity. Guys didn't really like the music of Journey, but the cutest girls loved Journey. So if you wanted to make out when I was a sophomore in 1983, you had to at least pretend to like Journey. But it didn't matter what music my friends and I listened to, because us geeks, dorks, goofs, nerds, Poindexters, and neo-maxi zoom dweebies were making out with anybody, no matter what music we listened to. And that freed us to listen to any goddamn thing we wanted. And we wanted that righteous power trio from the Great White North. Yes, we wanted Rush. Yes, Rush was girlfriend repellent. But so were Dungeons and Dragons and black t-shirts with superheroes airbrushed on the front and really, really bad back knee. We weren't cool. Our only possible dating partners were non-player characters. Therefore, Rush made perfect sense. We didn't just listen to Rush, we worshiped them. Rush was led by Gary Lee Weinrib, whose Yiddish grandmother pronounced his name Getty, who would grow up to be Geddy Lee, the best bass player in modern rock history. He was cursed with a high-pitched voice only a Yiddish grandmother could love, but that voice sang of things we could wholeheartedly endorse. Princes of darkness and necromancers and spaceships sucked into black holes, lords of the ring and trees that fought each other. If Geddy Lee could find someone to make out with him with a voice like that, and we knew he was making out. That meant there was hope for us, the voiceless masses who yearn to be modern-day warriors with mean strides of our own. And those life-affirming lyrics weren't written by the singer, no, but by the drummer, Neil Peart, who ensconced himself in a fortress of snares, tom-toms, double bass, timpanis, timbales, crotales, wind chimes, splash cymbals, crash cymbals, pang cymbals, and not just one cowbell, but 5 cowbells. When you saw Rush live, which I did 17 times between my freshman and senior year, the only thing you saw of Neil Peart was the spray of splintered drumsticks showering the stage like the Perseid meteor shower. And as Geddy and Neil laid down the beat of our pubescent hearts, Alex was right there with his cherry red double neck Gibson guitar and camel-toed white satin pants. Alex, who changed his last name from Zavadjanovich to its English translation, Son of Life, and became Alex Lifeson, whose fingertips furiously fretted 6 strings and 12 strings with surgical precision. In our teenage bedrooms that had never witnessed real live girls, we silenced our loneliness by cranking the best record Rush ever committed to vinyl, 2112, and wielding broomstick mic stands and singing along not just to the lyrics, but to every guitar riff, bass line, and drum fill like our sad, lonely, virginal lives depended on it. Long live Rush. Okay, and I have one very quick one to go. Where is it? Here it is. I do a lot of stuff with high schools. In fact, fuck the youth. So, I put together this book of stuff specifically for high school speech kids, and they're always asking me to rap, because I have the name Big Papa E. Friends don't let friends rap, and they don't let them freestyle either. But I decided to write a rap just to silence them and show that what you can do with an English degree with a minor in Russian literature. So, this is my rap. Please don't give me a beat, because it'll fuck me up, but you can read the end rhymes if you like. It starts with yo. As all good poems do. Yo. My name is Big Papa. My rhymes is improper. If you try to dive on me, you'll do a belly flopper. Oh shit, I can't be controlled. My rhymes is like gold. If you try to step to me, you'll be knocked out cold. And you know why? Well, I'll tell you why. Because I rock hip-hop like bare feet rock flip-flops, like Timex got TikToks, like your mama needs a Tic-Tac and your sister eats them Big Macs. Ain't no slack in my... I told you it was bad. Ain't no slack in my Mac. You better jump back or I will attack, and you would not like that. I'm slaying MCs with my doo-doo rhyming. I'm busting out my rhythms like I bust your mama's hymen. What? You want to play games? Let's play Simple Simon. Simon says, shut the fuck up. I slam so good. 1, 2, 3, punk ass Toy Story got nothing on me. My rhymes are warm wool slippers, put your cold ass feet in. They'll lock you up like Alexander Solzhenitsyn. Yeah! I'm cooking up lyrics like I was a chef, see? I'll give you rhymes and punishment like Dostoevsky. Oh, shit, son. Before you step to me, you better back the fuck off. I got more plays than Anton Chekhov. Yeah. Got more little girlies than Vladimir Nabokov. Got more winning moves than Gary Kasparov.
Go get it, son.
Got more poetry and motion than Mikhail Baryshnikov.
Spit that shit.
Got more funny lines than Yakov Smirnov.
Not true.
I got more melodies than Tchaikovsky. I got more abstraction than Vasily Kandinsky. I got more cap people than Nastasia Kinski. I shit better poetry than Robert Pinsky. What? That's right. I said it. I do not regret it. If my weenie was a rabbit, maybe I would let you pet it. Yo, my name is Big Papa. Watch me while I drop a poem on your dome, shine it up like chrome, make you move your mama back into a nursing home. I'm a slam barbarian, a pain librarian, make a cattle rancher turn into a vegetarian, make Sir Lancelot think that he is made Marion, take a regular inn and give it some horns and fangs, make it a scary inn. Before my reputation starts to diminish, I'll bring my bullshit rhyme to its merciful finish. Yo, I'm out of here.
Yeah.
What?
Thelma, that's my grandma, and a reminder that her life is only getting shorter. She tells me she prays for all of us all the time, and I'm willing to bet this even includes the moles. That was so fucked up.
Sorry. I failed. Start over again.
Start over again?
It's Erin Livingston. Give it up for Erin Livingston. Oh my God.
Oh yeah! Coming up to the stage is a newcomer. Please give it up for new neighbor, first time reader, Erin Livingston. There we go. Yeah!
You think I haven't been doing this for 2 months, right? I'll start over. A letter arrived the other day from my grandma. It included an update on the grandkids, the great-grandkids, a few aunts and uncles, my parents, the renovations in the living room, the moles in the garden, a photo of me and Thelma, that's my grandma, and a reminder that her life is only getting shorter. She tells me she prays for all of us all the time, and I'm willing to bet this even includes the moles. Thelma is a worrier. Always has been, always will be. Same with my mother, same with her sisters, same with me. My family, they worry about love, money, car insurance, health insurance, good credit, and the future of all these things, and I know it is all for the sake of those they care about most. They want us kids to be safe and happy. In short, they want us to not have to worry. So when I was 6 years old, my grandma gave me a set of worry dolls from Mexico. She said to tell each one a worry before placing it under my pillow, and by morning, the worry would be gone. This, I thought, was an excellent invention and quickly put every doll to work. And one night while being tucked to bed, my parents discovered a veritable village of worry dolls living under my pillow. They expressed their concern that one so small should have so many worries, and I started to cry. I told them how I worried about world hunger and world peace, about being kidnapped and carried away, about the environment, the holes in the ozone layer, poverty and racism, about making friends at school. I even worried about the worry dolls because they didn't freaking work. Wake up in the morning and find this troubled tribe, and everything entrusted to them the night before would come flooding back to me. My world became no less distressing in the days that followed, and the older I get, the more I wish I didn't sell those poor little people for 5 cents at a garage sale. I mean, at least then I could delegate my dilemmas and hold daily meetings with each anxiety-riddled representative to see how things were coming along. But today, it's just me left to worry alone, smothering under pillows of responsibility to self, to debt, to family, to the future, to all of those stuck riding this planet in circles with me, and I sit. And I worry still about world hunger and world peace, about being kidnapped and carried away, about the environment, the holes in the ozone layer, all the problems that come with poverty and racism. I worry that my college degree stands for nothing, that there is no hope for desperate situations, that addictions might never be mastered, that love is as much a phase as hipster fashion. I worry that hipster fashion is not a phase. I worry I may never see my grandmother again, and there's no one to blame for that but myself. I worry that the worst is yet to come, and in our comfortable, softened, veal-calf existence will be too fickle and weak in the knees to stand up for ourselves with some righteous conviction. I worry that I am the only one who feels this way. I worry that everyone feels this way, but is already too scared to say it. So I sit and I worry, so that one day no one else will have to. Thanks.
Oh, Big Papa E, what do you got for us?
Okay. I have a few haiku, and then I'm done. So hey, you guys, thank you so much for having us here. This has been really cool. Thank you, it's been really awesome. This is a beautiful, awesome place, and everybody here is really cool. So thanks. We don't have jobs, so if you want to help us eat, buy a book. If not, just give us a hug. That'll feed us for a little while, because we'll lift your wallet. I wasn't planning on doing more, so I'm just gonna do this. In Oakland, California, they have a gig called Tourette's Without Regrets. It's one of the it's one of the most absurd displays of showpersonship I've ever seen. They have DJ battles and hip hop stuff and slams, and they have like guess the serial killer who killed me, and they'll have models come up with guts hanging out and describe how they got killed, and you have to pick the serial killer who killed him. It's absolutely bizarre, and their favorite thing to do is identify a line over which if you cross that line then, you would make everybody uncomfortable, and they just obliterate that line. So they have an X-rated haiku battle, and I won. So that tells you how bad these X-rated haiku are. I wrote these all 15 minutes before the show on napkins, and one of them even succeeded in making them uncomfortable, which is really saying something. So I'll tell you which one that one is, but here's a couple. Perfect summer day, playing hacky sack with your grandma's titties. Yes, yeah. Number 2. She said, let's try something different in bed. So I shat on her face.
Too soon.
Well, if you like that one, you're gonna love this one. Eat my cum, you nasty, filthy whore. I mean, I love you, Grandma. Oh. Yeah.
In Chicago, we call that Thursday night.
Nice. Here's one. Hard cocks, juicy paginas, waves of hot jism. I love family reunions.
Oh.
Yeah. Here's one specifically for Robbie Q. My cock is a ball of yarn, and your mouth is a playful kitten.
That one was adorable.
Yeah, you like that one?
That's
like Hello
probably
Kitty.
the one they didn't
Like
like.
Hello Kitty. Okay, so and then finally here's the one that made everybody kind of pause and grumble, which was deliriously fun. I'm gonna work you like an Indonesian kid in a Nike sweatshop. It's wrong on so many fucking levels. With that, buy my book. Good night. Thanks.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have one more thing left, and it is a poetry slam. Oh no, seriously, what the fuck just happened to this mic stand? Who tightened this?
Cape Town, South Africa. Here I am with the cousins of Big Papa E. That's it.
Cut! Why am I doing this?
This is hilarious.
They're not amused.
No. No, this is what they think of us. It's terrible.
Alright, we're done.
Good time. It's like armadillo scales. That entire thing looks like moving plastic, I think.
Dinosaur.
Wiggle a little bit for you. Man, you are so ugly.
Alvin, where are we?
I don't know anymore.
Oh no.
Let me check the display. Where are warthogs from?
It's South Africa, I think.
Probably Africa, right?
Yes.
They found one living on a skyscraper in Chicago.
No way.
Yeah, it's kind of cool.
just so gross when you're zoomed up on it.
Oh wow. This is like a freaking Discovery Channel.
Yeah. That's gross. It's not really dead, it's okay.
Man, you can get really close. Oh, what do you see? There's birds. Go get them.
Get a bird.
Please do it. Please do it.
Kitty's gonna play!
Please. That'd be so cool. Just someone tapping on the butt.
No, because then it'll come back after you. Get it.
Right, you see him.
Yeah. Maybe it's... There wouldn't be like a mouse in there or anything, would there?
Or a squirrel. Man, I feel sorry for
squirrel!
squirrels coming away. That'd be so cool, right?
What's it looking at? I don't even see. Oh, there.
For the one, the only, our great guest tonight, Erin Livingston. Please bring her to the stage. Proudly.
Yay! That was a lot more energy than I was expecting. There's a lot of clapping happening there. Anyway, what am I talking? So, as a preface, Alvin Lau has been getting me drunk.
It's the only way he gets girls. It's okay.
Well, no, I'm not. No, he's got a very special girl, and I am not it, and that is okay.
Being drunk has been getting me Alvin loud.
Why? What have I got myself into, Billy Tuggle? So yeah, it's true. I'm here from Austin, Texas. I left Austin about 2 months ago, and I've been on the road on the Greyhound, touring the country. Came up the West Coast. I'm cutting across the Midwest now. Should be to Buffalo by November. I don't know. Got 2 more months ahead of me. So yeah, I know. I'm hitting all the great seasons. I really wanted to see the leaves change. That's why we did it this way. I missed that. I'm originally from Cincinnati.
Wait, seriously?
Seriously!
Where did you go to high school?
St. Ursula Academy and Day School for Women.
Oh my god! Dude, when did you graduate?
2000. This is a lot of personal information.
Who are you?
You were a freshman when I was a senior. Are you?
Oh my god!
Oh my god!
Dude, we sang cheers like woof woof bow wow. You will eat our puppy chow and make people cry. Oh my god!
She's right. I'm not no defense against this. It's true. Well, we'll talk in a minute.
This is getting intense.
I went to my 5-year high school reunion and
oh god,
I forgot people's names because I'm cool like that. I was like, yeah, you were mean to me. What's your name? I don't know. I do cool stuff now, like quit my cubicle job and go on the road and do poetry for 4 months. That's what I do. What do you do with your life? I don't know. So anyway.
Watch the leaves change.
Yeah, that's an excellent way to spend your life, watching the leaves change. We all do it. So this is a story. Okay, skip that. I'm gonna just start off with my favorite poem that I've written. So we'll start there. It's about the first time I picked up and left and moved across country, which was a couple of years ago. I moved from Bloomington, Indiana to...
I was in Bloomington! Would you give a letter read poetry, for God's sake? You were all cuddle.
Look, okay, I know I did some activism in college, but good God!
school in Tucson. Have you been there?
No. I've never been to Tucson.
Have you been to Cucamonga?
Shut up!
Fuck you all. Is that a suburb? I don't know. So this is a story, see, drunk, story of going from Bloomington to Austin, Texas. I drove through the night, 17 hours straight through. I was so excited to get out of the Midwest. And I promise I'm really happy to be back. It's pretty cool. But this is a story about the first job I took when I got there. I didn't have any savings, so my options were limited. I had to pay rent in like 10 days. So here's a story about that. The pimps provide a free fix, then bring their tricks to the kettle breakfast buffet to talk business. In the single occupancy bathroom, evidence of the woman's weaknesses mix among our collective menstrual trash. There's tissue wads that clot a cocaine-laced nosebleed, or a neon orange syringe cap wrapped in a single square stained by single red dots. And I see her almost every day around 12:30, knowing it's been over a year since she could use the night in her mattress for sleeping. Her strawberry blonde, tit-length curls and sour freckled face are fast approaching their expiration date. She even works the Motel 6 parking lot while she waits for the number 5 extra cheese, no pickles to go. Despite her addictions and working conditions, she still manages to tip me $1 and some change, which is more than that man in the business suit left, and I can't help but wonder if she's breaking the 20 he flipped on the dresser while on his way out her door and into mine. On one occasion, my boss asked me to tell this wrinkle-faced, white-haired whisper of a woman wearing even less clothing to settle up on her coffee in the corner booth and leave. I asked him what for. He states the obvious. So I offer up in her defense, or is it in mine, that we all need to make a living. To me, she is just an old woman sitting sipping bottomless coffee for $1.29. She isn't hurting a thing, watching the mid-morning sunshine light shows glint off semi-cabs and pickup trucks as they barrel along the highway at an anonymous hum. So I tell my boss, I refuse to be the one to shatter her cracked window pane gaze and take away such precious moments of freedom. So when my morning shift is done, I rush home and strip. White polo, apron, black belt, pants, underwear, on down to skin soaked in the stink of maple syrup, sour milk, and Clorox. Some days I'm straight to the shower to drown it all off. Other days, I'm splayed out naked on the bedspread, counting dollars like some prostitute, rich off her renown and loyal set of regular customers. Then I stuff it all in an envelope marked rent, and stuff it back under the mattress, wondering if the hooker has an envelope marked for groceries, or one for poetry, or one for student loans, like me. I wonder if her circumstance is temporary or experimental, or if the first time she traded her body for cash, she was working as a waitress in the South Austin Kettle. I don't know, riding to public transportation, you always like cross those people. Sometimes you get to talk to them, sometimes you don't. Sometimes you really don't want to talk to them. Sometimes they're talking to you and you just really want them to shut up. But every now and then there's that like moment of just this like, you just like see somebody and you really, you just, I don't know. You get your whole lifetime just kind of like, whew, just kind of, you have those moments. Does anybody have these moments? I don't know. There's a lot more public transportation here, so I think it happens more often than in Austin. But this is a story about that. And I'm a little shaky on the memory, so we're gonna stick with the paper too. Her accent pours out so smooth, I can taste it. Her Louisiana liqueur, up in a martini glass, over a stemmed cherry resting casual as her bent knee in the crook of her elbow, and garnished with a single sheer gloss imprint of her lower lip along the rim. Her voice is soft as peach fuzz and nearly the same color as her skin, dusted in light cinnamon freckles. I sip her accent.
How's everybody doing? So yeah. Well, get a beer. Okay. So, yeah, so thanks for letting me take some time up here. I'm traveling around the country right now. Started in Austin, Texas about 2 months ago. I quit my job over poetry. Answering phones, like just saying the same thing over and over every day. It just got to me, so I said, you know what, I'm just quitting my job. I'm gonna go on the road and just do some fucking poetry for 4 months. So 2 months behind me, I got 2 left to go, so it's halfway point in that. Thanks so much for coming out and for being really gracious already, so that's cool. So this was just, thank you. Thank you. So the first one I want to share with you is it's a story about when I picked up and left from my home in Bloomington, Indiana, and drove to Austin, Texas through the middle of the night. And I took the first job I had because I was short on money. I needed to pay rent right away. So the pimps provide a free fix, then bring their tricks to the kettle breakfast buffet to talk business. In the single occupancy bathroom, evidence of the woman's weaknesses mix among our collective menstrual trash. There's tissue wads that clot a cocaine-laced nosebleed, or a neon orange syringe cap wrapped in a single square stained by single red dots. And I see her almost every day around 12:30, knowing it's been over a year since she could use the night and her mattress for sleeping. Her strawberry blonde, tit-length curls, and sour freckled face are fast approaching their expiration date. She even works the Motel 6 parking lot while she waits for her number 5 extra cheese, no pickles to go. And despite her addictions and working conditions, she still manages to tip me $1 and some change, which is more than that man in the business suit left. And I can't help but wonder if she's breaking the 20 he flipped on the dresser while on his way out her door and into mine. On one occasion, my boss asked me to tell this wrinkle-faced, white-haired whisper of a woman wearing even less clothing to settle up on her coffee in the corner booth and leave. I asked him what for. He stated the obvious. So I offer up in her defense, or is it in mine, that we all need to make a living. To me, she is just an old woman sitting, sipping bottomless coffee for $1.29. She isn't hurting a thing watching the mid-morning sunshine light shows lift off semi-cabs and pickup trucks as they barrel along the highway at an anonymous hum. So I tell my boss, I refuse to be the one to shatter her cracked window pane gaze and take away such precious moments of freedom. When my morning shift is done, I rush home and strip. White polo, apron, black belt, pants, underwear, on down to skin soaked in the stink of maple syrup, sour milk, and Clorox. Some days I'm straight to the shower to drown it all off. Other days, splayed out naked on the bedspread, counting dollars like some prostitute, rich off her renown and loyal set of regular customers. And I stuff it all in an envelope marked rent, and stuff it back under the mattress, wondering if the hooker has an envelope marked for groceries, or one for poetry, or one for student loans like me. I wonder if her circumstance is temporary or experimental, or if the first time she traded her body for cash, she was working as a waitress in the South Austin Kettle. Thanks. One more for you, it's shorter. Thanks again for coming out and being supportive. And if you do like anything that you hear, I do have little chat books for sale, little CDs.
pump sticking. They're really cheap. Sometimes I give them out for hugs. $3 to $5. Or a donation, $1, I don't know. Whatever you feel like you want to trade for. Poetry. So, here you go. This is about the people that stand on the corner and like that have the signs that are like, I need a taco, I need a beer, I need $1, whatever it is. So this is my favorite story about that. At the corner of Cesar Chavez and the frontage road, swaggers the most fierce panhandling hand-me-down you've ever met. She wears her scowl like a crown. 2 rhinestone eyes, tarred black from years of neglect, stare back, reflecting nothing. Some set an original casting and they ain't going nowhere, so skip the spare change. She knows her antique wrinkles when woven over her bone frame are worth dollars. I know you got $1, she'll shout. Screeching scratches into your driver's side window with her crown, inking X's over your eyes with the residue of her own. She is grave robber, greeter of Gomorrah, ushering on waves of funeral processions every 30 seconds, assuring us by her constant presence we would most certainly hate ourselves more should we lose grip and slip this perilous distance from our precarious single paycheck pedestals and not die. Condemned to wander among the living, wearing barely more than trenches in a roadside. From your careless crystal afternoon window flows funky sissy strut. You roll to a stop at the center of the universe. You don't give a shit who hears you humming along off key. You, hey you, I know you've got $1. With that, your soundtrack makes out more like some commercial for Suede Skin and Pearls playing some 3-station static TV set in a welfare lobby. Her gangster mannequin hands are calling you out from 3 lanes over. But it's okay. Today you are off the hook. Today you will not be lying when you say you have no change. Not even $1, not even a nickel. I take credit, she threatens from the dotted line, and swaggers off in a funk. Thanks a lot, everybody.